myself Falguni Solanki. Welcome to our channel. We will continue our session with book Hornbill part 2. In previous part we discussed that how narrator and his full family took a sea voyage, and after Christmas they celebrate the New Year and they started to face different natural calamities during their journey. Now continue. Water, water everywhere. I could feel that the ship had water below, but I dare not abandon will to investigate. Narrator said that everywhere I could find only water, but I didn't have dare to investigate, to search the water below in the ship, and abandoned yani ki to left the will which gave him life that time. Suddenly the front hatch was thrown open and Mary appeared. Here narrator says that suddenly the front door, hatch, here hatch it means door, was thrown open and Mary, the narrator's wife, appeared. We are sinking. The Mary informed him that we are sinking. She screamed. She screamed, she said loudly. The decks are smashed. We are full of water. Deck yani the upper front part of the ship. She said that it's smashed. Smash yani hit. And everywhere only water and water. Now it's time that we can say that our death is near. Take the wheel, I shouted as I scrambled for the hatch. Take the wheel yani ki take the help of will to survive. I scrambled yani ki climb for the hatch, and hatch means door. Narrator tried to catch or to reach till the door, and for that he climbed, and same time he instructed his wife to take the wheel. Larry and Herb were pumping like madmen. The two person, Larry and Herb, the two crewmen, pumping like a madman. Why they are pumping? As the Mary informed that we are full of water. Everywhere there is a water in the inside of the ship. So they pump that water for their survival. If the ship was full of water, then definitely there wasn't any chance for survival. Broken timbers hung at crazy angles. The whole starboard side bulged inwards. Broken timbers yani ki wood board used in building of a ship. Definitely due to water, it's bulge yani ki swell. And the whole starboard it means a side of ship which is on the right side when one is facing forward, and that part was bulged up yani ki swelling inwards due to that water. Clothes, crockery, charts, tin, toys slogged about in the deep water. All the basic needy things like clothes, crockery, that food items, charts like maps and all that, tins and toys slog yani ki move through liquid with a splashing sound. I half swam, half crawled into the children's cabin. He had two children and John and Sam. So here see yani ki Mary informed her husband that they were sinking. So that time narrator tried to save his own child also, and for that half swam and half crawl. Here two things going parallel, swimming and crawling, to reach towards his children. Are you alright? I asked. Yani ki narrator asked his children, are you okay? Yes, they answered from a upper bunk. They yani ki John yani ki Jonathan and Suzanne both inform him that okay, don't worry, we are nice. They answered from a upper bunk. But my head hurts a bit, said Sue. Suzanne said that my head hurts a bit, pointing to a big bump above her eyes. I had no time to worry about bump heads. When that girl, Suzanne, informed that she had a bump on her head, but here there is no one has time to look towards that bump because everyone was in hurry to save themselves. After finding a hammer, screws and canvas, I struggled back on deck. Hammer, screws and canvas. Canvas यानी कि that strong, unbleached cloth, water cover cloth. They need all this. Why? Because they want to cover that broken part of ship with canvas, screw and hammer. I struggled back on deck. Again, narrator was on the deck side. With the starboard side based up open. From that starboard side, based यानी कि that strike hard or hit. We were taking water with each wave that broke over us. Narrator says that every wave, every sea water wave gives them or fill them with more water, and if I couldn't make some repairs, we would surely sink. That's why he need that hammer, screws and canvas. If on time he couldn't make or couldn't repair that damaged part, then definitely there is only one way for them, and that was end of the life. Somehow I managed to stretch canvas and secure waterproof hatch covers across the gaping holes. The narrator says that somehow he managed to stretch canvas, stretch यानी कि spread out canvas on that broken part of the ship and secure waterproof hatch. Hatch again यानी कि that door जहाँ से वो पानी आ रहा था वहाँ पे उसको canvas से cover कर दिया ताकि वो पानी अंदर ज़्यादा ना आ सके. Some water continued to stream below, but most of it was now being deflected over the side. Narrator says that from second side there is also some water coming inside, but okay, somehow deflected यानी कि turn aside the water. More problem arose when our hand pumps started to block up with the debris floated around the cabins and electric pump short circuited. Now the next problem arose when our hand pump started to block up with debris. Debris यानी कि rubbish, जो पूरा garbage होता है, जो rough चीज़ है अब उनके लिए जिसका उनको यूज़ नहीं है, वो सारी डेब्रीज है, उनकी वजह से जो उनका वाटर पंप है वो ब्लॉक हो रहा है. वो सारी चीज़ें भी उसमें बीच में आ रही है. तो जो वाटर पंप का प्रेशर होना चाहिए, जो मैकेनिज्म वहाँ पे काम करना चाहिए, वो काम नहीं कर रहा था. एंड द इलेक्ट्रिक पंप शॉर्ट सर्किटेड. तो उनका जो इलेक्ट्रिक पंप था उनके पास वो भी अब नहीं चल रहा है. द वाटर लेवल रोज थ्रेटनिंगली, टेरिबली द वाटर लेवल वॉज. And back on deck, I found that our 2 spare hand pumps had been run overboard along with foresail, the jib and the dinghies and the main anchor. Now, narrator says that back on deck, I found that suddenly narrator reminded that he had extra 2 hand pumps, and for that he reached that to take, but wretch. The wretch यानी कि pull suddenly or removed, and along with the foresail, forestay यानी कि a rope to support ship's foremast. The jib, the dinghies यानी कि small boat for recreation with the mast or sail, and the main anchor. जब narrator went upper side यानी कि that deck side to catch that 2 spare hand pumps, but here he found something different scenario, and there is a less hope now from his side to save themselves. Then I remember we had another electric pump under the cardroom floor I connected it to an outpipe and was thankful to find that it worked. Narrator said that suddenly I remember that we had an electric pump and he connected it with the outpipe line, and it was that good luck that it finally worked. The night dragged on with an endless, bitterly cold route of pumping, steering and working the radio. We were getting no repairs to our mayday calls. Narrator says that the night was completely in dreadful condition and with endless. Why endless? Because there is no hope to survive. Bitterly cold route of pumping, steering, working with the video. We were getting no replies to our mayday calls. Now what is mayday calls here? Word used to signal ships stuck in a disastrous situation through radio. यानी कि जब भी आप सी वॉयज पे जाते हो, यू फेस एनी प्रॉब्लम, दैट टाइम यू हैव ओनली वे to save yourself and you have to connect with radio. It's known as mayday calls, which was not surprisingly in this remote cover of the world. Remote yani ki far away. Definitely it's tough to find that radio help in this remote area of the world. They were in the sea voyage. It's not easily possible that radio help or any kind of other help in a short time. Sue's had swollen alarmingly. She had 2 enormous black eyes and now she showed us a deep cut on her arm. Marissa said that the condition was worse. The Sue's had swollen alarmingly. She had 2 enormous black eyes. Now she showed a deep cut on her arm also. First there is only bulge of head. Now there is again a harm in her hand. When I asked why she hadn't made more of her injuries before this, she replied, I didn't want to worry you when you were trying to save us all. Look, only that 6 or 7 years old girl replied that when you all are trying to save our family, so we didn't want that you behave too panically or you behave too restless. That's why we didn't want to tell you about the injury. By morning on January 3, the pump had the water level sufficiently under control for us to take 2 hours rest in rotation. New morning, the disaster journey started with the 1st January. On the day of 3rd, the pumps had the water level sufficiently and enough under control for us. That's why they can take rest on rotation and they choose every 2 hours for rest. But we still had a tremendous leak somewhere below the waterline and on checking. They said that okay, we had enough time for rest but also tremendous leak somewhere and we have to check it by time. I found that nearly all the boat's main reef frames were smashed down to the nil. Narrator said that when he checked during the resting time or pumping time also, he found that the main reef frames were smashed, यानी कि badly broken down to the nil. Nil यानी कि here still structure along the base of the ship. There was nothing holding up a whole section of the starboard hull except a few cupboard partitions. Narrator says that I had hardly any hope or anything which connected the starboard hull एक्सेप्ट अ फ्यू कपबोर्ड पार्टीशन. यहाँ पे जो उनका कनेक्शन है ऑलमोस्ट वहाँ पे लूज हो चुका है. सो उस कनेक्शन का लूज होने के साथ साथ उनकी जो होप है वो भी कहीं ना कहीं कम हो रही है. वी हैड फॉर 15 hours since the wave hit, but wave walker wouldn't hold together long enough for us to reach Australia. Narrator says that its last 15 hours we were struggling with that water wave. But now, Walker, the name of the ship, he wasn't in condition that altogether he could take us towards Australia. I checked our charts and calculated that there were two small islands a few hundred kilometers of the east. Finally, whatever they have few charts and charts, he had calculated the distance and the condition of the ship, and finally he found that in nearby area there were two small islands in the east direction. One of them was Isle Amsterdam, was a French scientist base. जो यहाँ पे एक उनको आइलैंड मिलता है, the name was Isle Amsterdam, and that was a French scientific base. Our only hope was to reach these pinpricks in the vast ocean. So this word also means a lot here. Pinpricks in the vast ocean, it means this two small islands in the vast ocean were very tiny, like the prick caused by a pin. बहुत बड़ी जगह पे ये छोटे से दो आइलैंड को ढूंढना, जैसे कि आप बड़े से समुंदर में कोई छोटा सा मोती डाल दो और वहाँ उसको ढूंढना जितना ही यहाँ पे मुश्किल काम था. तो इट्स नोन एज पिनप्रिक्स इन द वास्ट ओशन. बट unless the wind and seas abated so we could hoist sail, and our chances would be slim indeed. The great wave had put our auxiliary engine out of action. Narrator said that the wind and seas abated यानी कि something unpleasant to become less intense or cool down, and they hoist their sail towards that islands, and the great wave, meaning the tremendous force of the wave, also put their engine, auxiliary engine, यानी कि subordinate extra engine, completely out of the action. On January 4, after 36 hours of continuous pumping, we reached the last few centimeters of water. Narrator says that in last para 15 hours. Now on the 4th January they have 36 hours of continuous pumping, and they are just a few centimeters of water. Now we had only to keep pace with the water still coming in. We could not set any sail on the main mast. Pressure on the rigging would simply pull the damaged section of the hull apart. So we hoisted the storm jib and headed for where I thought the two islands were. The narrator says that they keep pace with the water still coming in. They are also facing that water coming inside the wheel, and they try to repair it, and the water's force was also too much that they are not easily sailing their journey. And we could not set any sail on the main mast. Pressure on the rigging wood. Rigging यानी कि the ropes and wires supporting the structure of the ship. You can also see in this picture, you can that there is a rigging part. So we hoisted the storm jib and headed for where I thought the two islands were. So finally they decided that they had only one chance, and that were that two islands. So they started the journey towards it. Mary found some corned beef and cracked biscuits, and we ate our first meal in almost 2 days. After 2 days, finally they had something to eat, and that was that corned beef and cracked biscuits. But our respite was short-lived. Respite, it means a short period of rest. The rest time was too short, because at 4 p.m. black clouds began building up behind us. Within the hour, the wind was back to 40 knots and seas were getting higher. Again, the terrible condition arose. Around at 4 p.m., the black clouds again ready to attack on them, and the level of water was also higher. The weather continued to deteriorate throughout the night. Deteriorate and it get worse. During the whole night, the weather was also in not favor of them. And by dawn of January 5, dawn यानी कि daybreak on January 5, our situation was again desperate. 3rd and 4th, day 3 and 4 January was okay. They had hope that if they reached to that island, there was some chance for them to survive. But again, after the end of the 4th January and the night of that 4th January, and finally at 5th January morning, the situation was not under their control. When I went in to comfort the children, John asked Daddy, John यानी कि his son, asked him, Daddy, we are going to die? Definitely, a 6 or small years old child wanted to know about his next morning. That's why he asked question to his father, are we going to die? I tried to assure him that we could make it. We could make it, यानी कि we will survive. However, we could manage. But Daddy, he went on, यानी कि continue. He said, but Daddy, we aren't afraid of dying if we can all be together, you and Mummy and Sue and I. So that very young child said, don't worry, Dad. If you said that our end is near, then we are also okay. Because we all together, that you, Mummy, my sister and I. There is no need to worry. If we will die, then okay, because all the family members will die together. I could no words with which to respond, but I left the children's cabin, determined to fight the sea with everything I had. Narrator said that he was speechless. What can or how could he explain a very young child that whatever he thought, it might be true? And he left the children's cabin, determined whatever happened, we will fight with the sea. To protect the weakened starboard side, I decided to heave to with the undamaged port hull facing the oncoming waves, using an improvised tree anchor of heavy nylon ropes and 222 little plastic barrels of paraffin. So narrator said that he determined to save his family and to protect the weakened starboard side. First of all, he reached to heave. Heave to यानी कि raise or lift with efforts. And using the improvised sea. Improvise यानी कि use whatever is available. Facing the oncoming waves. यानी कि the part of the sea which are facing that oncoming waves, he first of all tried to cover that area. The things whatever he had, because it was almost damaged. So that's why he used that heavy nylon rope and 222-liter plastic barrel of paraffin. Paraffin यानी कि colorless flammable oil liquid. And that evening, Mary and I sat together holding hands as the motion of the sea brought more and more water in through the broken planks. Narrator says that was he and his wife Mary sat together to think about their future, and the motion of the sea brought more and more water in through the broken planks. Broken planks meaning a broken part. They could see that more and water coming inside. We both felt an end was very near. For them, they thought that okay, now no one could save them and the end was almost very near. But Wave Walker rode out the storm, and by the morning of January 6, with the wind easing, we tried to get a reading on the sextant. Narrator says that finally at the January 6, the condition was again on a normal mode, and he tried to reading on sextant. Sextant यानी कि an instrument with graduated area of 60 degree for taking altitudes. So finally he used it to find the correct direction. Back in the chart room, I worked on wind speeds. So first of all, he visited his chart room where there is all the types of charts, maps are available, and worked on the wind speeds so he could decide the next move. Drift, changes of course, drift and current in an effort to calculate our position. The best could determine was that we were somewhere in 150,000 kilometers of ocean looking for a 65 kilometers wide island. Narrator finally found that they were somewhere in that sea and they were found only 65 kilometers of wide island. Again, there is a pinprick in the vast ocean. While I was thinking, through moving painfully, joined me. The left side of her head was now very swollen and her Beckin eyes narrowed to slits. She gave me a card she had made. Narrator said that finally, when he was in all this position, he found that his girl, his daughter, visited him, and when she visited her father, that time her eyes were narrow to slit. स्लिट यानी कि थीन ओपनिंग. यहाँ पे ऑलरेडी वहाँ पे इंजर्ड है, सो सी कुडेंट ओपन हर आइज नाइसली. सी गेव मी अ कार्ड सी हैड मेड ऑफ समथिंग. ऑन द फ्रंट सी हैड ड्रॉन caricatures of Mary and me with the words, "Here are some funny people. Did they make you laugh?" I laughed a lot as well. Inside was a message. "Oh, how I love you both." So this card is to say thank you and let's hope for the best. Somehow we had to make it. So narrator said that my daughter gave me a greeting card and the words was like this. Here the word is caricature. It means picture of a person, like cartoon way. And that picture was of Mary and narrator. And his daughter gave a message that here we are some funny people. Funny people यानी कि definitely her parents, their family. Did they make you laugh? I laugh a lot with them. And oh, how I love you both. So this card is to say thank you whatever you did for us, what you are doing for us. So just don't worry. If the condition will arise and we have to die, okay, we will die if we all are together. I checked and rechecked my calculations. We had lost our main compass and I was using a spare which had not been corrected for magnetic variation. Narrator said that he checked and rechecked his calculation to reach their island, and he said that they had already lost their main compass. Compass यानी कि instrument with magnetized needle which direct them to reach at correct position. So he used that spare which was already in not good condition and not showing them correct direction. I made an allowance for this and another estimate of the influence of the westerly currents which how through this part of the Indian Ocean. Narrator said that, however, I make assurance and estimatedly, he tried to find the island in this Indian Ocean. About 2 p.m., I went on deck and asked Larry to steer a course of 185 degrees. Narrator says that around 2 p.m. he instructed Larry, one of his crew member, to steer course of 185 degree. If we were lucky, उनको वहाँ पे जो स्टेयरिंग है वो उसको 185 डिग्री पे घुमाने का बोलते हैं. If they were lucky, I told him with a conviction. I did not feel he could except to see the island at about 5 p.m. So they have an approximate estimated that if when they turn their steering around 185 angle, and definitely around 5 p.m. they will at the two small island. Then, with a heavy heart, I went below, climbed on my bunk, and amazing, dozed off. With why he was went heavy heart, because he had just approximate estimate that they will at that island around 5 p.m. He wasn't sure. So he went below and climbed on the bunk and think he just dozed off. Doze bunk यानी कि bed and dozed off यानी कि went sleepy. Why sleepy? Because from last 2 or 3 days they were just pumping. So when he sat, he dozed off. When I woke, it was 6 p.m. and growing dark. I knew we must have missed the island with the sail we had left. We couldn't hope to beat back into the westerly winds. Now what happened? When he woke, the time was 6 p.m. and the estimated time to reach that island was 5 p.m. So definitely they lost and they missed that island, and they couldn't had any hope that they can beat that westerly wind to get back in riverside to reach that island. At that moment, a tozel head appeared by my bunk. Can I have a hug? Jonathan asked. Sue was right behind him. Here, the word tozel head, it means disarranged hair of the narrator's son, Jonathan. Suddenly, when the narrator thought about that 6 p.m., so they missed the island, suddenly his son appeared and said that, can I hug you, Dad? And his daughter was right behind his son. Why am I getting a hug now? I asked. Narrator was also surprised. Why are you asking me? Because you are the best daddy in the whole world and the best captain, my replied. His son replied that you were the best daddy in the world and as well as the best captain. Why he said this? Let's see. Not today, John, I am afraid. Father said that whatever you are saying, but I am afraid today that I am not the good father and good captain. Why? You must be, said the Sue in matter-of-fact voice. The girl says that, why? How can you say that? You are not good. You found the island. The girl said that you were good because you found the island. What? I shouted. Narrator couldn't believe that. So he shouted, what? Really? It's out there in front of us. They chorused. Girl is यानी कि speaking together. We are just nearer to that island. As big as the battleship. The island, the size of the island was like a battlefield. I rushed on deck and gazed with relief at the stark outline of the Isle Amsterdam. Narrator says that in happiness he just ran towards the deck and gazed with relief. He was completely relieved now. Okay, they had finally saved their family. It was only a bleak piece of volcanic rock with little vegetation, the most beautiful island in the world. Narrator says that the island has a bleak यानी कि an area of land lacking vegetation. That's why he said that lack little vegetation. The most beautiful island in the world. Why the most beautiful island in the world? First thing, that island gave life to them. That's why definitely it's the most wonderful thing and most amazing thing for them. We anchored off shore for the night, and the next morning all of 28 inhabitants of island cheered as they helped us ashore. The letter says that we anchor यानी कि moored a ship to the sea bottom, and for the night they took a hold there. And the next morning, all the 28 inhabitants, so the inhabitants on that island were only 28 inhabitants, यानी कि people who lived there. Cheer them and they help us ashore. Ashore यानी कि that on the zone of the land. With land under my feet again, my thoughts were full of Larry and her. And when they touched their feet to the land, they were happy and cheerful and optimistic under the direst stress, and of Mary, who stayed at the wheel for all those crucial hours. Most of us, I thought of a 7-year-old girl, and who did not want us to worry about head injury, which subsequently took 6 minor operations to remove a recurring blood clot between skin and skull. The letter says that they were finally happy. They were thankful to his 2 crew members, his wife, who always support them, and that only 7-year-old girl. She didn't mention or utter any word towards her injury. And after they reached to the land, she had 6 minor operations to remove that recurring blood clot between the skin and skull. Now you can think that the how worse condition of that girl. Still, she didn't give any panic to her parents. And of a 6-year-old boy who was not afraid to die, but he said that it's okay if we all are together, we are not afraid to die. So this one is a real incident, and if you want to know more about it, you can do Google with the name of our narrator or with our lessons title also. Okay students, I hope your all doubts may clear, and for more explanation just keep watching our channel. Thank you.